Yep, that's right. It's back. I'm that lazy. I did 2 parts for 1,000 subscribers, and then I'm coming back to the same damn special for 2,000 subscribers. Now with additional bonus League of Legends footage. But, hey, some people have been asking about it. Some people have been wanting this to occur. And now I have 2,000 subscribers, much faster than I got 1,000 subscribers. Oh my god, I have 2,000 subscribers. Oh my god, I'm getting them so fast now. And, yeah, welcome back to Vengeful KBM's insert multiple of 1,000 subscriber special here. Q&A. Alright, let's just dive right back into this. Here are, well actually there's 7 questions from RCO12, but you know what, I'm gonna answer 2 of them because he said I don't have to answer them all. Some of them are irrelevant now, in particular. But 2 questions I like. What is the first video game you ever played? I don't quite recall, but the first game I remember playing, the first games I remember playing, I should say, they're listed on GameFAQs as Commodore 64 games, and I've recently downloaded versions of them, freeware versions of them, for a Commodore 64 emulator. But, the Age of Adventure games, Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, and The Return of Heracles, and I played them on my dad's old Atari 800. As I've mentioned before, both of my parents were gamers, and still are gamers, and so the first game I remember playing would be one of those 2, probably Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, and those are fun games. They're really hard to play now, because they're so damn old. They're from the 80s, but back in the day, those were just fun as hell, and I have nothing but good memories about them. Except for that one big damn room where I'd always get stuck in Alibaba. But that's a story for another time, if ever. And the other question from RCO12 that I am going to answer is, what is the first mainstream video game you ever played? Good qualification there, and I'm gonna definitely have to say Ocarina of Time. Like, the first time I ever laid eyes on an N64, it was at my cousin's house, and he was playing Ocarina of Time, and I'm like, I was, God, I must have been 6 or 7. I wanted to play, so I started playing it. I was deathly afraid of the boulders in the maze where you have to go get the sword, and I vividly remember most of the Deku Tree. I remember screaming when Goma, or Gama, or however the hell you say it, I think it's Goma, when she dropped down onto the ground for the first time, and that is just like one of those ridiculous nostalgia moments. Also, when I figured out that I had to jump on the web to break it. I mean, for a 6 or 7-year-old, that's a crowning achievement. You know, especially since I'd only played games for an old Atari 800 and Atari ST computer before that. And I mean, a couple of kids' PC games, you know, here and there, but nothing really extensive. Like, this was the first big video game I ever played, and definitely the first mainstream video game. And I will admit that the reason I consider it one of my favorite games is because I look at it through nostalgia-tinted glasses. But everybody has some reason for loving a game, and if nostalgia can't be a factor for loving a game, then what can? So, thank you for your questions. Let's move on to Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Need to go to the next page. BobberyFan98. Where did you get the idea for your username? I don't recall what questions I've actually answered in the first 2. I just figured out what the last one I answered was and went from there. But BobberyFan wants to know what my username means. Vengeful KBM. My original username online was Aragorn Freak when I was like in 4th grade. That was my Yahoo account name. Well, then I found a classical music website forum that I had to subscribe to in order to get some music for my piano. Because to get some free sheet music for the piano that I could learn. Classical music. Musicscores.com was the site. And I was like, well, I can't be Aragorn freak on a site with a bunch of haughty, holier-than-thou, whatever, uptight classical music folks. So I came up with KB Music Lover. KB being my initials, and Music Lover because I love music and always have. And so that was KB Music Lover, which is the name that I used when I signed up for GameFAQs and started posting on their message boards. The thing is, I got user map axed from GameFAQs in early 2007 for threatening count suicide on Board 8, which some of my fans are from Board 8. They'll appreciate the shout-out. Hi! So, what happened was that I couldn't make a new account for a while, and so I had someone else make it for me, and I decided that I was coming back with a vengeance. So I was Vengeful KBM, because my nickname had sort of turned into KBM from KB Music Lover, just because it's a shortened version. So that's, long story short, I was KB Music Lover, then I came back with a vengeance after I was banned. Wham bam. Alright, I believe I already asked that question. I answered that question, but I'll answer it again. The Platypus would like to know, are you ever going to do a Half-Life 2 Let's Play? Because you'd get really scared in parts, and it'd be funny, and it's better than Half-Life 1. Well, I believe I've stated several times that I'm going to do a Half-Life 2 Let's Play eventually, but that is looking further and further off as time goes on, because I have a couple of Let's Plays planned that aren't that, and KOTOR 2, I apologize, it's going at a snail's pace right now. I do apologize for that. I've been busy with a lot of real-life things, like auditioning for professional musical theater, and it's been taking up a lot of my time. I have a call back on Sunday. I'm so excited. But yeah, so that's the answer on that. It will come. Just wait patiently, just like it says on my channel on the sidebar. Okay. Toll Hydra would like to know. That's a name I definitely recognize. I've recognized most of these names so far, but Toll Hydra, I see him comment a lot. Figure I might as well give him a little bit of a shout-out. Which one do you like, dark side or light side, and why? I prefer dark because light side has stupid creed even it crosses in itself. I believe what he's trying to say is that light siders are hypocrites, which is true. For which reason I slightly prefer dark side just because I am an evil bitch. And I like to get it out of my system in fiction so that I don't go around killing people in real life. Because I definitely have a very strong dark side inside of me, and it manifests itself in any sort of fiction that I have control over. Dark Brotherhood for life. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to say dark side. Light side does have its points, though. Credit where credit is due. I like them both for different reasons. But yeah. Honestly, Star Wars-wise, my answer is dark side. Okay. Mage Tay FK asks, are you ever going to do any more Silent Hill walkthroughs? I don't know. I do not know. I want to do Silent Hill Downpour if it gets good reviews, but it's for two systems that I don't have, and I don't know if it's ever going to have a PC version. I am not going to do Silent Hill 3 ever. It's unlikely that I'll do Silent Hill 4. It's unlikely that I'll do Shattered Memories, or Homecoming, or Origins, so really, you know, undetermined. But most of them are unlikely / not going to happen at all. Oh yeah, and Silent Hill 1 is a vague possibility, but don't read too much into me saying that. So yeah, there's your answer to that. Will you ever show a real-life video from the Doom vids? I don't know. Next question. Red Mage. Oh, no. That's not a question. That's a comment. Tommy Mordock would like to know, what is your real full name? Well, there was a time when I wouldn't answer this question, but seeing as my Little Dream of Me cover, which y'all should go watch, by the way, if you haven't already. I'm a good singer, and I play the piano, and I whistle, and I play the marimbas, and all kinds of stuff, and it's really cool and nifty. And there's a slight mixing error near the end where there's a lot of fuzz, but that's only if you're really listening for it, so don't listen for that. But anyway, in that video it was revealed that my full name is Kyle C. Bolme. And yes, it is pronounced Bolme. It is not pronounced Bolm, or Blame, or Bloom, or whatever, or Bomb, or whatever the hell else you might come up with. It's B-O-L-M-E, and it's pronounced Bolme. I think more people would get it right. Sigh. Okay. Worst assassin ever. Another name I know, definitely. Would like to know. Jidabadawananeedibobo. Which is translated as saying, what's your favorite video you've ever made? That is a toughie. And I'm gonna go by Let's Play. Silent Hill 2... I like Maria's song, upside down song of happiness and joy. Not many people get around to watching it. It's got way fewer views than the rest of the LP proper, but I just think it's hilarious, particularly since it was not pre-planned. I was just that bored while I was doing the final boss fight that I'm just like, I just started singing and it turned into a cohesive song, and it was just like, I love it. So that's my favorite part of that one. And that's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It's just... it's just hilarious. So, Maria's upside down song of happiness and joy, go look it up and watch it. Even if you've seen it already, just go watch it again. Make me feel good by giving it more views. Knights of the Old Republic... I like the one where I scared everybody with All By Myself. My first inserted song. You'll notice most of these are going to be music answers, because I really like that gimmick that I have, even if nobody else does. And I've kind of cut back on it in KOTOR 2, but I do like that gimmick, and the first one was the best. So All By Myself in Knights of the Old Republic is probably my favorite video of that. I also really like the ending few parts, like everything in the Starforge I thought was just really fun and really funny, even though it was kind of a train wreck. In hindsight, I really like those videos. Half-Life, not my favorite LP I've ever done. In fact, my least favorite major LP I've ever done. But I do love the Lovely Bunch of Coconuts music video at the end of the penultimate part, which I believe is called Last I Am the Last. And it's like in the last 2 minutes, and that it literally took me like 4 hours, or three or 4 hours on a Saturday morning. I just sat there and edited and edited and edited, and by the time I was done with it, I was so hungry. I remember that. But it just like, that thing took me so long. And so, I'm really proud of that. That actually might be... The whole video isn't my favorite video I've ever done, but I have to mention it because I put so much effort into that ending section of the video. Fuck the copyright. I don't care. I didn't use the whole song. It doesn't count. It's a parody, which is protected. I kind of use that term parody loosely, but it still counts. So yeah. Diablo, I just like the whole damn thing. I think that's my favorite LP of mine. And so, just a general shout out to the whole Diablo Let's Play. It's not as funny, I guess, as my others. It's not as crazy as my others. But I just think it's a really solid LP, and it's a game that not many people know. And so not many people have watched it, and it makes me really sad. So if you haven't seen the Diablo LP, it's tailor-made for people who haven't played the game to enjoy the LP. It's at a I take it as a very slow, very steady pace. I go through the story. I don't just blaze through it like most people do. And so, go give it a watch. If you're wanting for more KBM, because I'm being really slow with updating, and you haven't watched Diablo, go watch Diablo. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. I guarantee it. And I have some fun with it, too. I really do. It's just a fun LP all around. It's like, it's my favorite one I've done, so give it a watch. And Knights of the Old Republic 2, do I really have a favorite video I've done of that yet? I think the LP is going well. This is so diverging from the actual question, but I don't care. Let's see. Let's look at some of the videos in the playlist. Hum-de-dum-de-dum. I don't know that I have a favorite yet. I do think the LP on the whole is going well, but I don't know that I have a favorite video in that. But those are a few of my favorite videos, like Maria's Upside Down Song of Happiness and Joy, oh yeah, and the Fish video Redux. Honorable mention goes to the first Fish video. These are both in the Half-Life LP. Half-Life LP did have its moments. It had very pronounced ups, but it also had very pronounced downs, and that's why I don't like it as much. And no, I don't mean the syndrome. Anyway, that's all the questions I'm going to answer for now. I promise that for the 2,000 subscribers special, I'm going to do more than just 2 parts. What I'm planning on putting on the video, I'm not sure if I actually am, is I might put some footage of me, I might throw in some footage of me playing a game of League of Legends, because I've been getting into that, and y'all can see how badly I suck. In fact, one of my subscribers has actually played a couple games with me. But, yeah, actually, you know, add me on there if you want. It's just Vengeful KBM. Add me on League of Legends and tell me, private message me, and tell me who you are first, so I don't just think you're a random friend request and ignore you. But, you know, add me and we can play a couple games together. It might be fun. So yeah, that's all for this part. And hopefully, if I decided to show some League of Legends footage, I'm not sucking up a storm. But yeah, I will see you next time in the next part. And hopefully later today I will be able to upload some more KOTOR 2 and upload this, and everybody will be happy because KBM's uploading again. Alright, this has been KBM, vengeful as always. See you later.